Alrighty, here is a look at the new mirror cells that we're using on all Teeter's telescopes now. These are riveted and powder-coated aluminum mirror cells, so a little bit of an upgrade from what we had in the past. So I'm just going to walk you through how this works. It's similar to how we used to do our telescopes, where they're tailgate sort of design, but it's a little bit different now. We went with more of a robust bolt here to keep the mirror cell from moving, to get rid of some slop that was in there on previous designs. So this is a nice upgrade. Basically what you have in order to get to the mirror, to either put the mirror into the scope or to take the mirror out, you have these acorn nuts on top. These are 9/16, all right, or an adjustable wrench will work just fine as well. And then you have an Allen wrench that would plug in down here. So basically an Allen wrench on this side, a 9/16 wrench, or an adjustable wrench. Take these off, and then you can pull the bolt out, and the mirror cell will tailgate down. Now, one thing to note is that there's no stop on this. So you need to put a box or an eyepiece case, is usually what I use, or an equipment box right here to keep the mirror cell from going past the flat position, because it will just keep going. Right? Obviously, you don't want that to happen. So you want to have something underneath of it to stop it from moving. So just be aware of that. The other thing that's nice on these new mirror cells, we're doing the gladder cable sling on here, right, which are these two posts here, and then it's just a steel cable that goes around the lower edge of the mirror. Really makes things easy. There's no more worrying about, did my strap sling, did it stretch, did it unravel? Once we set this sling here in the shop, it's now set. There's no stretch really, imperceivable in this steel cable. And once we get it set, then you don't have to worry about it. You can set it and forget it, basically, is what it comes down to. The only thing that you have to do is when the mirror first goes into the scope, there's a couple Velcro tabs in here. I can pull one off the bottom. So we just have these black Velcro tabs. They go over where the sling sits on the mirror. There are pictures on the website that show that a little bit better, but that's really the only thing holding the sling in place, and it does a really, really good job. The other thing I wanted to mention on this is the cooling fan. This is an option on our telescopes, but it's a very good option, serves the telescope very well. There's no vibration here. It's low noise. If I stop talking, you can, barely even hear it. Yeah, so it's not a very loud fan, and it's switched, and you have a little red LED light, which I find helps to let you know the fan's running, because at night you can barely even hear the fan running. So it's nice to have a little LED switch there. And then I always say, just leave this fan running all night long. It'll help the mirror track the falling ambient temperature outside. So just let it run all night. It's not drawing a whole lot, less than 1/10 of an amp of power, so it's not going to drain your battery. And it'll help the mirror, stay at ambient temperature, and track ambient as it gets cooler overnight. I think that's it. I just wanted to mention that. Remember, the tailgate will go past flat if you let it, so always have a box there. And this is really easy to get to now, and just tighten these up. Get them really, really tight on top here, so that there's no slop in the mirror cell. Because you can pull on this here, and that mirror cell is really bolted in there. It's not going anywhere.